Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. Between episodes, I have done everything that needed to be done in order to get ourselves ready for this episode. I've done our fishing, I've done our fortune telling, I've done our strength training, I've done our flying. Yes, I know I said I was going to leave strength training so that we could potentially do the other strength things in case we wanted to get a different stat up, but given our current cooking record is not great, decided just to do it. I haven't done inventory yet, and we did get a pretty bad roll from fishing. Now, if you don't know, in fishing, basically you get one bonus fish a day. What that bonus fish does is it basically gives you more bond fragments. However, the number of extra bond fragments it gives you for that fish is based upon the initial fish's bond fragment level. So, what it gave us as our bonus fish for this session was a small fish, which meant that instead of getting, I think, 30, we were getting 60 for it. While what we could be getting is like 600 for a 300 fish. So in terms of bond fragments, we only have 3,600 for this episode, so not a lot to play with, but we'll see what we can do. Anyway, let's see what we get out of this. That's a huge get. That's honestly insane. Okay, cool. Well, I know what I'm chucking back in here. So the biting blade, the swirl lance. Where are we? The lollychop, the crossbow, and the confectio knife. I guess I need to chuck one other thing in here. What's the worst thing that we have? I think an L-Surge could be worse. Maybe a steel axe? Does it have to be slightly better than a steel axe? Huh? I don't know. What do we have that? Maybe an L-Surge is the right answer? Maybe I have to get rid of two things and go for steel axe, steel axe? There we go. That's what we needed to do. We will confirm sending those back. But yeah, still a pretty good haul for us there. Right. Now we've done that, we are pretty much ready to... yeah, we're pretty much ready to go and get our supports done. So, let's start with this one. Now, we're currently working on... if we go into supports, we're working on the second in lines and the mains, if that makes sense. So I think that means we're working on people like Allcrest with Ivy. We're working on people like, what's it? Fogado with Diamond, all that sort of stuff. So let's see who we're currently working on. Allcrest Celine. Right. So let's do this one first. Double check they do not have one. And we'll see where we're at. There were some other suggestions. I did see that they were put in there. I haven't looked at all of them. I think there were suggestions for Vale and Allcrest. Which, is it Vale and Allcrest? Must not be Vale and Allcrest, because Allcrest is not listed under Vale. Maybe it was Vale and Alfred? Anyway, I did see some. We will look at them as we get to them, but we haven't got to them yet. Probably after this one, I'll start looking at them. Right. Skip to results. Well, that was easy. Right, so that means that these need to change. You know what? Maybe I'll look at them now. Maybe I will live look up the comments and see who was suggested. You know? It's always best to be prepared. However, I'm not prepared. So we'll see how this goes. So we're looking for Fire Emblem. And let's see what we got. So, supports to suggest. Vale Alfred. Okay, yes. And beyond that, I don't see too many other supports, but I'll do one last search. Support. That's probably a better way. Okay, Vale Alfred, Allcrest Celine, which we just got. Vander Pandreo was suggested. We also have Zelkov Yunaka suggested. We have Ivy Diamond suggested. We have Amber Seedal, Amber Mavier, Bune Alfred, Goldmary Fram, Zelkov Boucheron Lindon, Fram Kagetsu, Lapis, and Anna. And okay, there's a lot. I can tell you I'm not going to do the Anna one, but like, you know, the rest of them have a chance. The rest of them definitely have a chance. I think Vale Alfred is definitely one that's got a high chance. I think I want to do a lot with Vale, because I feel like she's going to have relevant like backstory to the world, because they can guarantee that you get this character after reveals, therefore she can talk about reveals, right? because every other character can be got before the reveals, and there are no locked there are no locked support levels. They can't talk about anything that happens later in the game. Like, for instance, if we go to Jean, or I guess Celine is another option, she can never talk about something unless it's with somebody who is after the reveals in the game, about the reveals in the game. She can barely talk about anything apart from T, because she cannot have knowledge of anything past T, right? If that makes sense. While Vale can have knowledge of everything. Same with Mauvir. Mauvir can also have knowledge of a lot of things that happen afterwards. So that's roughly why I'm just making a point of it here. Anyway, I guess we'll do Vale Alfred, because it seems to be one that's suggested, so let's go with it. Also, I don't know if we've seen Vale's little model, but now we have. I'll show it again while we do this one. There's Vale. Cool. Right, and then Alfred, who is somewhere down here. I love how you can actually see the moment they leave your party, which is kind of funny. So you can be like, yeah, Vander left first, then Chloe, then Clan. You can kind of see as they fade out your party bit by bit. And then Alfred, the exact line is Solm, right? That's the exact moment he left our party. Okay, cool. Right, you know, I should just set up another one as well. I don't know, did we get another one that was with the main people? None suggested, so maybe I'll make this my one. We're gonna go between... so we're looking for someone like Tamara, who we haven't spent a lot of time with. We could go Tamara Alfred. Sure, why not? We'll go Alfred heavy for these ones. Although, wait, does Tamara have one with... Just had one with Citrine. Maybe Tamara... Lazado? No, she probably has one with Ivy. We go Tamara Ivy. That one's kind of interesting. Yeah, sure. Let's go Tamara Ivy. We'll give it a shot, right? We'll see how that one goes. Right. Now we're going to head through here. I'm going to see if there's a Tamara Ivy in the cooking. And then we'll see where we've got to. Hello.
Step.
Right. I would like to order a meal. It is for your sister. And for Tamara. There we go. And it also gets our support with Ivy up, which is good. You are an expert in one of them. Well, we'll have berry jelly. And we will combine that with some fruit. There we go. Wonderful.
Of course I know what I'm doing. Should I measure? Nah, I'm sure it's fine. No blind luck here. I'm a genius.
Lovely aroma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could get used to this flavor.
It's really growing on me. It's a bee. So, speed, magic, and res, and a female also gain 2 defense up.
I packed you a meal with chaos. I mean love.
Thank you. Okay. And that got us an achievement. We can now head over to the bulletin board, and we can hand in the achievements to get a very, very tiny amount of bond fragments. But you know, every little helps. So, having done that, I think it is time for us to do a pile of supports, because, well, basically we need to do them. Then we're going to do arena, then we're going to see if we've got any level ups, then we're going to do the wake up, and then we're done. I know, it's a simple plan once we get it going. Right, supports, where are we even going to start? Well, I guess we start with us, and... Ooh, you know, let's start with us and Vale. This is going to be good, you would hope.
Vale? Why are you looking at me like that?
I think that's music that isn't used very often in the background as well.
Are you really okay?
I really am. I mean, it was strange, taking corrupted form and waking up from that. But I'm fine now. And it's all thanks to you, Vale.
I'm relieved. I also wanted to apologize for everything I've done. Everything I did in the past. So many people died. And it's because of me. I was too weak. It's my fault they're dead. I know I can't be forgiven. Not completely. But if you could, even just a little, I'm so sorry.
Oh, Vale, it wasn't your fault. The Fell Dragon was controlling you. He's to blame, not you. You say you're weak, but it was your strength that freed you from him. That's impressive.
Thank you. I'll get stronger too. Like I said before, I want to be a dragon like you, ready to save the world. And I'll do everything in my power to make that happen. I just hope you'll help me?
Absolutely. That's what a big brother is for. I'll do anything I can to help you. It's the least I can do to make up for not being around. Don't worry. I'm right beside you, little sister. We can do this together.
Yes, we can.
Oh, just very wholesome. I guess that was the way it should start there. Oh, also I forgot this happens every time. Okay, so now in the Ally Notebook, we should have more on Vale. I forget what section she's in. She's in this section, right? No, she's in... Oh, she's in this section, of course. Right. Vale. Likes: spicy food, walking, reading, flowers, games, candlelight, siblings. Dislikes: luxury goods, strong odors, bad dreams, sweets, bright places. Okay. Well, coming up next is Zelkov.
Welcome. This is the interesting place that I mentioned to you before. My secret sanctum.
Zelkov, buddy. This is a cupboard.
Whoa. I've never seen so many shelves full of stuff.
Yes, I collect odds and ends for my pursuits here in this place.
Zelkov, they're just pots.
Instructions for a culinary technique of my own devising. A map for a hike only I know. There is a manual of training techniques I wrote, next to a rock that I polished to a sparkle. And here are some balls of lint I've gathered for reasons even I don't quite understand. That should suffice for a summary. A detailed accounting would take hours.
So he's got some pots, a recipe, and some lint?
Just know every object here has helped me kill time. Feel free to handle whatever you like.
Thank you. What a treasure trove.
Once my work is done each day, I fill my evenings with these varied pursuits. As I enjoy them, I am always mindful to leave something unfinished for the next day. That ensures I always have a project, a reason to continue living.
Well, that's a healthy mindset.
Wow. So philosophical.
You truly think so? Well, thank you for enduring this frivolity. I hope I did not bore you.
I think what we got in the previous bit there, right? You notice how he didn't do one of these things. That means he's being genuine. So I think in this one, this is him realizing that somebody genuinely likes the junk that he's brought into his cupboard.
What a thing to say. I'm not even done exploring in here yet.
You honor me. Take as much time as you like.
He's like, oh my god, somebody else likes lint? And there we go. We have now reached this level. He has unlocked the Dragon's Fist, and we can now go in here and all the way down to this one, work our way backwards to whichever one it was. There we go. So Hortensia, back one. And there's Zelkov. Okay. Hobbies. Everything. Talents, medicine, mystery. Background, from a wealthy family in a forest town of Elusia. Parents and younger brother were murdered by bandits. Avenged them by becoming an assassin. Oh, we knew his mother had died, but this does put a different slant on it. Okay, well, you can kind of understand a little bit more now. Pandreo Vale, worshipper of the divine dragon, a fell dragon, partier, someone who's lonely. There's many places this could go.
Lady Vale, can I have a moment?
Yes, of course.
As a man of the church, I worship the divine dragon. So I was wondering, can I pray to you too?
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea.
Why not? You're a dragon, aren't you? Dragons are sacred creatures. It's natural for humans to worship them.
Yes, I understand, but I'm not a divine dragon. I'm a fell dragon.
But, to play devil's advocate, neither is the divine dragon.
As a cleric who worships the divine dragon, wouldn't it be wrong for you to worship me?
A divine dragon? Fell dragon? A distinction without a difference.
But you must know what I've done. Your fellow worshippers would turn on you if you started praying to someone like me.
No. Solm is an open-minded queendom. When they see me praying to you, others will follow suit. Just you watch.
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea.
You're overthinking it. Trust me on this.
But what if you're wrong?
Okay. Interesting path for that to take. Now we have Alcrest and Seadoll's final support. Last time, Alcrest was very into Seadoll's adventures, but uncovered a bit of Seadoll's past when he asked about how he joined the caravan of entertainers, which then, you know, he had wished he hadn't asked. Now we get to see where this goes.
Seadoll? I'd like to apologize once more for our conversation the other day. I really should have considered your feelings before asking about your past.
It didn't bother me, and you didn't do anything wrong.
I've been thinking about your stories since then. I had assumed the caravan lifestyle was all fun and games. But that's not true, is it?
No. Fun isn't the right word. That life can be brutal beyond compare. I watched friends die during raids. And worse.
There must have been so many hardships. And yet I assumed it was a life of leisure. If I had looked past my own desires for even a moment before speaking, I really am sorry.
Oh, Prince Alcrest. Like I said, you've done nothing wrong. Yes, bad things happened while I was traveling with the caravan. But good things happened too. Many more good things. The caravan was my family and my home. I count myself lucky to have lived that life.
I'm very glad to hear that.
So please, do not hesitate. Ask as many questions as you like. Ask me about the strange and wonderful foods I tasted for the first time at the border village, or about the morning sun I watched set the sky on fire as it rose over the desert oasis. There are so many questions I hope you ask, and so many stories I hope to tell you.
Your tales mesmerize me, Seadoll. I can't wait to get lost in them again. Please, tell me a new one, and another after that. Tell me stories until the break of dawn.
With pleasure, Prince Alcrest.
Awesome. That was a good ending. Right. Céline, Alcrest, they are basically talking about their worries about their siblings. And that's where this has been going. Oh, I accidentally switched to the wrong character. There we go.
This tea has a lovely fragrance, and a stirring taste as well.
I agree. The tea leaves are from the Brodian Highlands. They're said to be a potent sleep aid.
Truly? Oh, you prepared this just for me, didn't you? I'm touched.
How have your dreams been lately?
No better, I'm afraid. As the war intensifies, so too do my nightmares.
I'm so sorry to hear that. You know, I don't think either of us will ever rule our countries.
I beg your pardon?
That came out wrong. I meant that, should the worst happen, we'd do our duties, but the worst isn't going to happen. We'll fight to protect them. Our brothers. Our future kings. Fear may persist in our dreams, but we won't let it affect our realities. In fact, I'll go a step further, and do my best to protect Prince Alfred as well.
Oh!
He's the crown prince of an allied kingdom, so I consider him to be my brother too. Oh wait, he might be annoyed if a weakling like me were to offer protection as a brother.
Don't be silly. Alfred would be overjoyed. I know I am. It's enough to bring me to tears. It's very reassuring to know someone so skilled as you will be watching over him.
Oh, I appreciate that you think so highly of me.
I, in turn, will safeguard your brother, the Crown Prince Diamant. Working together to protect the future kings will benefit both our nations. I would go so far as to risk my own life for them if needed.
Princess Saline, that's not...
It isn't the normal order of things, I am aware. And yet, I suspect you would do the same, yes?
You're right, of course, but we should probably keep this agreement a secret.
Yes, indeed.
I believe we just formed an alliance that would worry most of our friends and allies.
Yet I think that because of it, my nightmares will plague me less frequently.
I think that might be true for me as well. We may never bear our own crowns, but we can certainly bear each other's burdens.
Yes. Even after the war ends, may we always act in harmony for the sake of our nations.
Okay, cool. A little background alliance between them. Allcrest has a lot of A's. I'm just noticing here. Yeah, we've actually done like so many of Allcrests. Look at this is what we haven't done. Right? Divine Dragon, which should be done at any moment. Hortensia, again, could be done in combat. Then these are basically what we haven't done. Ivy, Citrine, Lapis, Fogado, and Boucheron. That's quite a lot. Anyway, Merrin and Vale. Now, Merrin is the person who likes critters and likes to go like, ooh, what's up with you? And she interrogated us about being a divine dragon. So I'm guessing she's going to interrogate Vale about being a fell dragon?
Dragon, dragon! You are a real dragon! Do you know how cool that is? I mean, how cool you are? So cool!
I am a dragon, but I'm a fell dragon, not a divine dragon. Aren't you afraid of me?
Not at all. Honestly, I'm just so happy I have this chance to talk with you, Lady Vale.
Oh, I see. It's just strange because most people are frightened of me. Or dislike me.
Well, I'm from a small village, so I can't help but admire unique people and unusual things. And I could never dislike a being I admire as much as I do you.
I am unique and unusual, I suppose.
I'm sorry. Does it bother you that I approached you like this?
No, I don't mind. I think perhaps you are unusual in your own way, aren't you?
Me? Unusual? You could say that, I guess. That makes us the same, doesn't it?
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Lady Vale. That was awfully presumptuous of me. I shouldn't have said that.
No, it's fine. I was just a bit surprised. To be honest, I'm happy you thought I might be similar to a human. Merrin, why don't we be friends? Two unusual people who found one another.
Okay. Weird, but I like it. Now it's Vale once again with Hortensia. I mean, Vale did kind of help kill her father. You can see how this might go badly.
Hortensia, I wanted to tell you that I'd like us to be friends. So, I wonder if we could talk?
I have nothing to say to you.
Oh.
My father is dead because of you. Why would I want to be friends? It doesn't matter to me if you were controlled or whatever and now you're back to normal.
I would say, Hortensia, you did attack us while controlled. And we forgave you. Just a little hypocritical.
I'll never forget the sight of you laughing as you watched my father die. So please, just leave me alone.
I've wanted so badly to apologize for that.
Elusia should never have allowed worship of the Fell Dragon. His power, though, much as I hate to admit it, I do envy that. If I'd been born with what he has, what you have, my father would still be alive.
Be glad you weren't born a Fell Dragon. It's a life full of fear, pain, and persecution. I wish I had been born human. To me, that life seems so much more bearable.
This seems like the setup to a Freaky Friday situation.
Yeah, I'm sure it's terrible. Poor thing. We'll never be friends, Vale. Goodbye.
Well, that's the end of that social link. We'll just leave that one there. Nowhere else for that one to go. And we'll move on to Alfred.
Lady Vale!
Oh, Alfred!
You're drenched in sweat. Are you feeling okay?
It's so spicy.
What is?
The soup I'm eating.
Wait, is that all?
What's so funny?
You just look so dead set on eating that soup, no matter how spicy it is.
It's my favorite, but I can't help making a weird face every time I eat it. I know. How about you give it a try? It's so spicy you'll make a weird face too. Just you wait and see.
Challenge accepted. Ugh. Hmm? What? No!
See? Your face was way weirder than mine. I win!
Honestly, not what I expected, but okay. Okay. Gold Mary, Hortensia? I think Gold Mary was like, you're cuter than me and that's not okay. Something like that, and Hortensia was like, you're more charming than me, that's not okay. So let's see where this goes.
Wow, I'm a terrible cook.
You're doing great. Follow my lead and this will turn out fine. You can do this.
Get ready to flip it. One swift motion. Now! Ah! I did it!
You did. It's a little lopsided, but the flavor is what's most important.
I hope it tastes good then. Try it for me.
Mmm. Delicious. It's wonderful.
Yes! Soon I'll be every bit as charming and talented as you, Gold Mary.
Of course.
With a retainer like you, though, I can't let my guard down.
A retainer, you say?
Something wrong with that?
Nothing at all. Except that Rosado and I are not officially your retainers.
Oh.
Oh, I don't care about what's official or not. When the Fell Dragon awakened and the war started, we were all just classmates.
No, Hortensia, you're thinking of the previous game released? That one was set in a school, this one wasn't. You know, get with the program.
But Father asked me to return to the castle, and one thing led to another.
It was Rosado and I who insisted on accompanying you home.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. I didn't even want to leave the academy, much less get separated from my friends. But I guess I did rope you into this mess, didn't I? I'm sorry.
I'm the one who should apologize. Retainers to Elusian royalty are supposed to be handpicked by the king. We ran roughshod over that process. And now, we'll never be able to get his approval. All because I failed to protect your father.
There was nothing any of us could do. Besides, he'd have given you both his blessing, no doubt in my mind. So I don't want to hear another word about it, okay? You have nothing to apologize for.
I'm relieved to hear you say that.
And I'm relieved you're here with me. I hope you'll stay on, even after the war's over. Will you accompany me back to the academy?
I consider it a privilege.
A rare bit of self-doubt from Gold Mary there. Usually, like, she's just very self-assured, and then she was like, oh, but we're not meant to do this. Oh, what if he didn't handpick us? Anyway, Ivy, Tamara, it's your audition.
Heya, Princess Ivy!
Hello, Princess Tamara.
Look at us, huh? Two future queens hanging out together like this?
True. I will rule Elusia one day, and you Solm. Beyond our royal status, however, we appear to have nothing in common.
I don't know if we're all that different.
No? It seems to me that our appearances and personalities are direct opposites. Not to suggest either is superior, of course, but the differences are plain enough to me.
I guess you have a point.
I've never roamed my territory fighting bandits, for instance. I've never even been camping.
What? You've never been camping? Then you've never really lived!
Walls and doors were built for a reason. I see little point in sleeping outside of them.
You'll change your tune once you experience the thrill of sleeping under the stars for yourself.
Why would I... You know what? Okay. It would be rude of me to refuse an invitation from a fellow princess. I accept.
Woohoo! I'll start preparing for the big day. Get ready to have the time of your life!
It does promise to be interesting.
Okay, not terrible. It's got a little setup in there. Potential. That's why I say there's a little bit of potential there. Right. And now, it is time for us to go through the door. This will then allow us to do the arena training. And we'll see how this goes. Training sigil. Standard training. Just looking for people who are near a level. Also, we're pointing out Merrin will hit level 20 soon, so it does need another level at some point. Anyone else? Oh, Mavier is definitely near a level, so we can do that. Mavier, Hortensia, Louis. Okay, they're all like one away, so let's go. Louis.
I've been observing the way you fight.
I am Leif, the Prince of Leonster.
Ah, well, doesn't matter. Louis lost, but we still got our XP. But we didn't get a support, unfortunately. More strength, more defense, huh? You really can't be mad. It did raise bond, but there's no point. Like, we don't use his bond. Hortensia?
Thanks for stopping by. I must be more powerful than I was.
Ooh. Well, that was a win for Vale. But a level up for Hortensia. Again, can't be bad. It's exactly what we want. Hey, next conversation available between them. Nice. And then we're looking at Mavier.
I am no longer the person I was.
Tamara here, the Crown Princess of Solm.
Okay. This is most valuable. My thanks.
Mavier levels up. Great. Yeah. Just a good level up. And a view of his armpit for some reason. Right. We now have another support to do. The second level of Vale Hortensia.
Hortensia?
I'm not sure I can be any clearer about how little I want to see or talk to you.
Please, let me say one more thing. There's a story I want to tell you. It's about my mother. You see, she was just a regular dragon, but...
I'm sorry, there are regular dragons? So we got Divine Dragon, we got Fell Dragon, and we got like these random dragons that are just flying around? Are they still around?
She was also the Fell Dragon's mate. Humans hated her for it and persecuted her. She died.
You know what? Now that I think about it, there are people who literally fly dragons, but then that enters you into an interesting question. Are the people who fly dragons, are those dragons that they're flying the same type of dragon that Sombron was getting it on with? These are questions that I don't think it wants you to ask.
When I didn't age, the humans knew what I was. And they persecuted me too. It was terrible. So, being a Fell Dragon has given me nothing, and it has taken everything.
I get it. You've lost family too. Is that all you had to say to me?
Yes. I'm sorry I tried to force our friendship. I did a horrible thing to you. It was too much to ask. Goodbye, Hortensia.
Wait. Huh? I'm sorry for being so harsh to you. I didn't know about all that. I was inconsiderate. That's all. You can go.
Okay. And thank you for listening to my story.
Okay then. They've now reached B level, and I think we can see where A is going, but we may or may not do that. Right, next up, we have very few bond fragments to use. Do we have anyone we think we can level up? I think that we should probably try and get Panette where she needs to go, because Panette is near where she needs to go anyway. Right? She was one I was thinking of, because Panette we took out the previous fight because I didn't think she would be good enough. So I think we could raise her HP. That would probably be an okay singular thing to do. So let's work that out. Let's just work out what's involved with raising her HP. So currently, she's gone 1 point in. We go up to 10, and we can get an extra 3 HP. Okay, let's see how this looks. So this gets us 3 extra HP. Sure, why not? Let's just do it.
I am Panette, Royal Soldier of Solm.
My name is Corrin, ready to fight.
This
no crit, huh?
Pains me. I'm so sorry. Are you injured? So you and your siblings fought, did you? My elder brother and I have also slugged it out.
Slugged it out? Oh, yes. I've done far worse than that to them.
Oh. Okay, good to know. Well, we have now reached level 10, and it is time for us to inherit skills. We'll go down to Panette, and we'll grab that HP increase. It's not a huge buff based upon where we were, but given that we don't have very many points to work with, she doesn't have very much SP to work with, it seems like a very easy skill to just take, and it gives us a little bit of an extra advantage, right? Now, we could also look at Dex. I don't think Dex is the right path for her, so I'm not thinking that we want to go further down that path. That is, of course, Lucina, if I can find her. There's Lucina. Yeah, so that's Lucina. I think this is not the right path, because at most we're getting like 2% crit. That's not really good enough. What could we get? Go Axe Power at the cost of Avo. Maybe that's the path we take. It gives her more damage. Maybe we go Resolve. We just make her tankier, and then the fact that she, yeah, we could just make her tankier, and then the fact that she doesn't actually have that much crit comparatively doesn't matter because she's tanky. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Might just leave it for just now. See if there's something else that pops up. Anyway, felt it was worth at least doing a singular upgrade, right? It may not be the most impactful one, but it gets us a little bit closer to where we want to be. And saving a couple of points does also allow us to have more options next time if there's something big we want to change. So, that's where we're at. We get a relay ticket because we changed location. Weird we didn't get it when we went in the arena, but let's not worry about that. And then we're going to rest. Okay, let's go.
Wow, so this is the Divine Dragon's very own bedchamber. Seeing the Divine Dragon in sleeping form. What an incredible opportunity.
Merrin?
Maybe one day I'll get to see the sleeping dragon form too. Good morning. Now then, Divine One. If you're ready, please take my hand.
Okay. Well, with that, we get yet another one done. And between episodes, all I need to do... Actually, we're probably good to go. I was going to say all I need to do is the inventory management, but we didn't use, like, very much in the last fight at all, because we didn't really use elixirs. We didn't really use that many... Like, we used some staffs, but, like, nearly all the staffs we used were Hortensia, and she just got them back again, so... Yeah, I guess we've got no inventory management to do, really, so... This is kind of a safe one, because the next one is a level 10 as well, so... Yeah, it should be more difficult than the one we just did. So, I think with that, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.